Well, good evening, everyone. Happy to be back again. It's past my bedtime, but Chris said I got to go out and at least be out here this evening. So, so I've played a lot of roles in my life. I've been a son, a husband, a father, grandfather. I was a cop for 30 years, a pastor, a writer, a poet. I did a tour in the Marines, and I did some 200 parachute jumps in that career since that time. And now, here I am in my 80s, starting my third year of playing the harmonica. Whoever thought this was a good idea? I don't know. But it was Eleanor Roosevelt who once said, do something every day that scares you. So this is it. I'm here now because nothing strikes fear in the human heart than going on stage with a harmonica. I actually prefer dealing with armed suspects, domestic disturbances, riots, a lot easier. So I started playing because I guess I'm still curious and still trying out new things, which I believe is how we stay alive in this crazy world in which we find ourselves. So thanks for letting me get up here. I'm going to play some songs tonight, and feel free to sing along because I will need help. I just need some help to sing. Starting out with a river ballad from the early 1800s. It's sung by traders and sailors and soldiers. It's a love song, and it's a homesick song. I long to hear you far away, you rolling river, oh Shenandoah. I long to hear you away. We're bound away across the wide Missouri. So I got a few other comments I'd like to make. You know, real patriotism is not wearing a red hat with a funny alphabet on there. I think it's defending people who don't look like us, pray like us, and perhaps don't vote like us. And if that bothers somebody, well, that's their spiritual development. Okay, Bob Dylan wrote this piece back in 1962. It's a song that's conscious for a changing nation. And Peter, Paul, and Mary carried it into the civil rights era. How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? And how many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. So it seems like we have a lot of bullies around today, and I want to tell you that I've handled drunks and neo-Nazis and even the church altar guild that was arguing over carpet color. So once you've done that, bullies and nasty politicians, they really hardly register at all. And here's a spiritual song that was first sung by enslaved people on the Georgia coast. It later revived in the civil rights era, a song of faith and crossing over to freedom. Michael rowed the boat ashore, hallelujah. Michael rowed the boat ashore, hallelujah. Sister helped to trim the sail, hallelujah. Sister helped to trim the sail, hallelujah. River Jordan's deep and wide, hallelujah. Milk and honey on the other side, hallelujah. So I spent like 30 years of this life in policing, and I think I know a crime scene when I see it. And you know, when I get on the news today, I look at Washington, I say, take that area off. There's crimes there and people that need to be arrested.
Yeah.
Hard. Okay. Next piece is one of those rare ones that feels like a confession, really. Always on My Mind became a classic with Willie Nelson, recorded in 1962. And it's been breaking hearts ever since. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as should as I have. If I made you feel second best, girl, I'm sorry I was blind. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. So when some folks today, they hear facts and they hear research and they say, oh, that's fake, that's all fake. So I don't know, I'd go back a few years. Back in my day, you know, we just called that lying.
Yeah.
And we never elected liars. In fact, we fired them.
Oh.
Okay. Pete Seeger wrote this song, Where Have All the Flowers Gone? He did that in the early 1960s, when our country was wrestling with war and a lot of loss. It's a simple tune with a powerful circle of truth. So we watch the young go off to war. We watch our nation forget until the cycle starts again. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? Young girls have picked them every one. When will we ever learn? When will we ever learn? Where have all the young men gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young men gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young men gone? Gone to graveyards, everyone. When will we ever learn? When will we ever learn? When will we ever learn? Well, thanks for being such a great audience tonight, for being kind and patient. It's my third time up here. We're in tough times today, and so let's keep on learning and keep laughing and singing and playing music. And remember, if I can pick up a harmonica at my age, you can certainly do the one thing that scares you every day. So stay curious, stay courageous, and thanks again for listening.
Yeah.
Thank you, David. Great tunes and some wise words, for sure. You told me that playing the harmonica in front of people is much scarier than jumping out of airplanes.
It's true, it's true.
Hey, Denny, can I use whatever guitar stand you're going to pick up the guitar off of? We'll play one on the piano first.
What's that going to be?
Let's do Kings of Leon. It's just straight D. Like, actually D. Key of D.